This is a lacrosse ball. You can get them for about $3 at whatever kind of sporting goods store. So basically the concept is you put this wherever it hurts on your body. So we're going to show you a few stretches. I actually have a few different books that I've studied. The main guy I would recommend is Dr. Kelly Starrett. He runs Mobility WOD, so mobilityworkoutoftheday.com. He's got a bunch of books out. The easiest one to get into is Desk Bound. This is nice because, as you can see, it's fairly thin compared to his other one, Becoming a Supple Leopard, which is much more like a textbook. So the desk-bound one is kind of easier to get into, and it's got simpler prescriptions at the back to follow, and it also goes over how to kind of survive when you have to sit at a desk and also set up a standing desk. He actually tells a story in the book about how he worked with a school to get all the kids standing desks. The other one is the Trigger Point Therapy Workbook. This works fine too. The pictures are illustrations instead of photos, but it still works. What they'll do is they'll show you kind of dots, like specific parts of the muscle are those trigger points. So it can kind of give you something to look for instead of just trial and error with finding out where the ball hurts. A lot of this is going to hurt like hell, but it's going to make you feel a lot better. After I did the quad stretch, I'll show you in a second, after doing that for the first time I was able to touch my toes after not being able to do it because it unlocked the iliac spines. You might want to start with a tennis ball, but over time it's going to be less effective, so you're going to want to upgrade to a lacrosse ball because it's a lot harder. Foam rollers aren't as good, but they can work for certain things. They're better for targeting large muscle groups, and the roller term is a misnomer because you don't really want to just be sliding back and forth across it like you see people do. You want to find the sore spot and hold it there until it relaxes, and that can take like up to 2 minutes or so or more. So we're going to go over a few things we can do with a lacrosse ball. First we'll start with the quads. This is the thing that was able to let me touch my toes. Start with putting the ball all the way around where the knee is, around top of the knee, and then work your way. I like to go to like the outside, the middle, and the inside, and then move up a little bit, and then move, same thing, inside, middle, outside, and then just go back and forth, working your way up the leg, all the way up to the hip. So you go face down, and you gotta go completely face down. You don't want to be up because then it just loses effectiveness. So face down, and then put it under your knee, and then you can put weight down, and then you can also just move your knee back and forth. And I usually do somewhere between 5 to 10 times, and you can kind of just go off how good it's feeling. If it feels like it's working and loosening stuff up, then you want to keep going. And if you're not feeling much, then it's probably fine and you can move on. Okay, so then you move it over a little bit, and keep going. Yeah, and you get the idea. You just work your way all the way up the leg. So we're going to do the same thing with the shoulders. So with this one, you want to put the ball right under where the shoulder blade is, on the outside, and then kind of work your way up, and then up into this upper back area, and then also above where the shoulder is. So what you're going to do is start with the ball there, and then I like to bring my arm all the way over my head, and then you can bring it down towards the opposite side hip. And then the same concept, you just move your arm back and forth. If you find where it's sore, just kind of hang out there and go back and forth. If you're not feeling much, you can move on. My experience with this is the further up towards the upper shoulder you get, you're going to feel it even more. And another thing I recommend you do after each, so say you do it on your right leg, your right arm, I want you to stop and just kind of get up and move stuff around, and then you'll see such a difference with how your limbs feel, and you'll just be amazed at the impact this has. And then obviously you want to do both sides. This one is the same kind of concept, except we're going to work the hamstrings, which is the back part of the leg. So you want to start with sitting on a hard surface. I have this little box shelf thing. So You want to start up by the butt, and then same thing, you want to go to the outside, middle, and inside. And there's some tendons here that usually feel really tight for me, so this one is really important. And then you just extend your leg out, and you want to be leaning forward, so you're putting weight down on your leg. Lean out, kick your leg out, you can hold it for a few seconds or just go back and forth. And then you move the ball over and keep going. And you just, again, you work your way outside, middle, inside. You work your way all the way up or down towards the knee. And there you go.